And there they are. The picks have been drafted. 6 versus 7. You could see that Clio definitely feeling a little bit burned after last week. We saw her have a fantastic strategy that was looking really solid for a lot of it, but then crashing and burning right at the last second all the way down to no points. Playing as the Aztecs. Now, Ludi, I know you liked that pick. Tell me why.
Well, obviously, the Aztecs start off in one of the best positions in the world, right? I mean, you start with all that juicy gold and that easy expansion all around. Basically, Mexico's your oyster, as they say in Mexico, right? And I'd say, as the Aztec, she can pretty much do all of the objectives she's already picked.
So most sailors in the known world will require there to be no other tags in her known world. It's the only way that that's going to happen. I don't know if you noticed that one, chat, but the primitive nations, such as the Aztecs, the Maya, all the Mesopotamians, Mesoamericans are capped at 100 sailors until they reform their faith, I believe is the blocker on that one. So that's very unlikely to happen in 60 minutes. Would be my take. So we're probably going to see a huge overextension push because it's not enough to vassalize them. They'd need to actually not exist. So we're going to see probably a pretty hard push for that. We'll see.
You have to remember that Aztecs only see Mexico and a couple of the natives around. So it's actually very, very doable to annex all of the Mexican lands. In 1 hour, speed 5 for sure.
We have settled into our roles in this series so far. There's like 25 tags there, but I mean, it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. And then she's also going to be going for highest trade income in the known world. If she annexes the known world, that one's not going to be difficult. Uniting culture group essentially involves annexing the known world. Release a nation with 10 provinces. Are there any tags with 10 provinces?
No, not in. Well, actually, no, not that I know of.
So she would need to vassal feed, integrate, first. Liberate.
Yeah.
That's time consuming. She's going to need to vassal feed, either call them herself, so they get a call when it hands over, or hands over, wait for them to call, all while making sure she doesn't get that fantastic doom pop up. We'll see. Very quickly then, going over to Saf over in Mutapa. Obviously, easy pick for the gold. Makes a lot of sense there. 7 missions, classic. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm not totally familiar with Mutapa's mission tree, so we'll see how that goes, but shouldn't be too difficult. All provinces in a trade node. Now, this does not include uncolonized provinces. I hasten to point out, so that won't be an issue. Production leader of 2 goods. I'm not certain what goods they're going to go for. And then exceeding government capacity by 100%. Not too difficult, but potentially frustrating. And 15 matching terrain provinces. Not too bad. Let's get ourselves into the game here and see what we're doing and give it the go signal. Let me quickly say that. Yes, the go signal has already been given, in fact. Excellent. So we are already a minute in. And the play has started. So here over there, I mean, look at this. There's millions of tags over here.
I only see Aztec lands. That's all I see here. This is all green in a few moments. You'll see.
I look forward to it. Is there any point doing any reforms, do you think?
I mean, for this particular run, not necessarily. No, you can easily finish conquering all of the Mexican bits before the Europeans arrive. Of course, it shouldn't be a necessity to do the reform. I mean, it's nice to do, I guess, if you really want to and you want to impress, you want to flex and everything, but not necessarily required. Remember that as the Aztecs also being continuously at war and attacking people and so on is actually good for keeping your doom mechanics lower as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get these up on screen for everybody for a second, just to remind you what is going on here. We are currently looking at Clio's perspective, just to be clear. And yes, the coalition war should be easy. To me, this is a challenge that's easy to complete if you have the situation under control, and very annoying if you don't, because, forming a coalition against yourself and then attacking it the second it starts to form, not very difficult, but potentially, to coin a new word, it's screw-upable. I think because if things start to get away from you and you've been intentionally cranking your expansion, she could find herself with a hefty band of nations against her. But we'll see. Meanwhile,
I'm sure that Clio knows how to manage aggressive expansion. She'll be fine. Let's see what.
Yeah, the thing is, the difficult thing is getting them to form when you can.
I agree. I think that's going to be the challenge there. Keeping some of them alive and not wiping everybody off, so that they can form a coalition, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, you have to realize that Mexico, half of Mexico is Mayan, the other half is Aztec. So you can literally annex all of the Aztec bits, and the Mayans would not actually would not form a coalition because it's a different religion and a different culture group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, what's the play as Mutapa here? With 7 missions to complete, quite a few of them are about securing the coast, pushing north to the lake, things like that. There's a few that could be got there relatively easily. She's looking at Kilwa here, obviously one of the early threats that's likely to pose a bit of a challenge in a slightly better tech group for units, I believe. Kilwa versus Mutapa, so that will make the early war slightly more challenging. Kilwa is in the
Muslim group, so they've got a little bit of an edge over Mutapa. Let's say it's gonna be. I mean, if she plays her cards right and she fights the battles in the right areas and does it a little bit more tactically, then she can win this. It's not an issue.
No hesitation here. Launched straight in. All provinces in the trade node shouldn't be very difficult. The internal trade node, I forget the name now, but is pretty small. So that should be relatively easy to unify up. Not too bad. What goods are we looking at here? I'm not sure.
I'm actually curious about the goods myself. I'm not sure what goods she'd be going for world leader. What do you think?
If she cuts straight up north, she could grab coffee, but she'd have to go all the way to Arabia.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be an easy one because there's mostly coffee in the Arabian bits, right? So that would be fairly easy. I mean...
Of course, there's also a lot of ivory around. Before the Europeans colonized the Gold Coast and the Ivory Coast in that area, there's not very many ivory producing provinces, so it wouldn't be too difficult. It's also the case, of course, bear in mind, production leader means highest goods produced, not just count of provinces. So she can, dev push provinces, and if she's focusing that on the places where she needs it, then it's going to very rapidly start growing up there. What would be the strat to exceed government capacity by 100% here?
Well, you could either expand really fast, or you could, a few ways you could lose.
I forget how you lower it. That's really what I'm asking, because there's a way. I remember from a master's, there's a way to implode your own government capacity, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, important battle, avoiding the river crossing.
Who is that?
Okay, here comes Kilwa.
Is that Sofala?
That's not good. Half morale.
Oh, that's really bad.
Hey, but managed to scare them off with the reinforcements. Although as soon as it movement locks in the other direction, they'll probably change their minds. No? Okay, good. Giving time for a little bit of recovery. It really comes down to this. Right, stateless society, that's the reform. Thank you, chat, I appreciate it. Yes, because Mutapa is tribals, you could do the stateless society reform, which gives you essentially no government capacity. I think it gives you like
minus 99%.
Yeah. So that will be the way to do it.
Definitely, yeah. Oh, those are some lucky rolls over there in Sofala. 49%, and the fort has already...
double siege leader makes it much nicer. Very lucky. Yeah. Very lucky.
Definitely.
Okay. So now the question is, she can do the small nation. Can she actually push into Kilwa? It is just coastline, not too difficult. Okay, here we go. We'll see this battle and then we'll check in. Should be good. Oof. Not taking the river crossing because I think she has maneuver on both. Yeah, avoided the river crossing.
There we go.
The unit types are not going her way though. Oh, but the casualties on that tick were very good. Nice. There we go. Very good battle. Battle. Sent them packing. Kilwa, of course, starts with no forts. So as soon as the momentum gets going on this war, that should be pretty good. Good use of the African clubman.
Oh boy.
Clubman,
some extra units there.
Yeah, only 6,000.
Sofala Boyos.
Bad roll.
Sofalis.
Good general advantage.
Oh wow, they got 8 dice roll Sofala. That was oof.
Pushed them back though. Bit more war score. Already down to medium war enthusiasm on Kilwa. Nice stuff. Let's take a look over at Clio. unsurprisingly, the typical Aztec start. You start quite a few wars and you do not muck around. Look at that. Speed 5. Go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. The
That is
breaking
beautiful.
is... Ooh, big general from the enemy, but no fear from Clio. Speed 5 straight in. No delays. It was a mostly fire general, so not too bad.
Exactly. You need to be on speed 5 because you have 1 hour, so you need to conquer all of that. It is not going to be easy otherwise. There you go. She went for forced religion.
She accepted a peace deal of forced religion on herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
Standard.
So what is she now?
She's the Mayan religion.
Oh, I see. You say this guy is pretty standard. I've played the Aztecs like 4 times over 10 years. I've never done this. Why
you
is
need
that?
to try this. You need to try the Aztecs. There's so many different tactics as the Aztecs. My personal favorite is the totemist one. It used to be an atomist one before as well. There's a lot of juicy ones.
The Myaztecs.
I mean,
that's a very good way. Very good
the
way.
Myaztecs.
I love the words that the EU4 community comes up with. Miasmecs, Orthomans. Orthomans is a great run.
When you do Ottomans as Orthodox.
Ottomans, right? Orthodox into HRE. Back in the day, man, it was good times. Okay, so
you
pretty
see
good
over
so far.
there, the Maya Confederation. That's basically why she went for the religion.
Is it better than Flower was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Mingles. Mingles is another good one. Ming into Mughals.
Mughal Mings, yeah.
Yeah.
An old one.
Classic.
Not sure, is that even possible anymore?
I don't believe so. I believe Ming is one of the few nations that starts as an in-game tag. Ming, Ottomans, a few others.
Ming-Tomans. I'd like to see a Ming-Tomans one day.
I don't think you could, but you could definitely do a Aztec into rum. However, you get the new Ottoman government without the decadence mechanic.
True.
Pretty, could be funny.
Would be nice for sure.
Confugals. Yes, that's right. Confusion Mughals is pretty fun. All right. Plowing through here. Clio having no trouble. So we always talk at the start about, the path to success. How are they going to get all these challenges done in this little time? But the question is, how does it go wrong? Where does it fall apart? I honestly feel like one risk for Clio is that she fails to trigger a coalition. Like she just...
I do think so, yeah. I think that might be the biggest issue that she would have. Every other objective she's got is pretty easy to do, let's face it. Considering the choice she's gone for. As long as she unifies the region, she's got it in the
bad
bag,
fight.
Right? It's pretty tough. But yeah, there might be some, for example, the release a nation with 10 provinces. She would have to try to manage that properly.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, she could struggle with the 100 prestige and legitimacy if she forgets to get prestige from battles. To be fair, though, that's pretty much achievable by just
it's
winning
kind of
all these
automatic.
wars.
Yeah, I mean,
you get
the number of wars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I guess end of the day, as long as she goes through the wars, she goes through the motions, she can get all of those done. Win a coalition, probably going to be the hardest to form a coalition. Yeah.
I think the obviously as we've said, Unite Culture Group have most sailors, have highest global trade. Those are all the same challenge essentially. They are conquer this whole region, and so far she's looking pretty strong in terms of being on track to do that. Win a coalition essentially just means you need to be able to get the coalition to form. That means that the AI needs to feel like they could win. Now it's not that difficult to make the AI feel they could win because they do it, numerically as opposed to based on like, okay, I know I am an AI. I'm going to take bad fights. They are unaware of that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. 50 corruption, 35 corruption. It's not hard to get. It just makes your life harder once you've got it, essentially. Is the nature of that challenge. Yeah, the 10 provinces, we haven't seen her vassalize anything yet.
If she's a little bit lucky, she can even get a country with 10 provinces that she can annex and release after. If some other country...
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Might be a chance in the Mayan land. Sometimes some of them get a little bit bigger. Guess it's just a matter of time, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's check in on Lady Saffron. I want to know how that Kilwan War is going. Oh, it's going very well. Good moment. Good moment to check in. Got them exiled to Zanzibar and yoinking that 100% peace deal. Only Kilwa and Mombasa eligible to join the coalition at exactly 50. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That is pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Which is probably coastline, I have to imagine, is the 15 matching provinces she's going to go for. Because there are tons up the east coast of Africa that will be able to be got there. Going for the straight up centralized, making things cheaper here. Fair enough, fair enough. Bit of an admin crunch. Makes all kinds of sense. What do we think Lady Saffron's toughest challenge is here?
Well, let's see. Exceed governing capacity by 100 is fairly easy. Own 4 gold provinces, she pretty much already has that. Leader production leader 2 goods might be a little... No, actually complete 7 missions might be the toughest. Because Mutapa's missions are not hard to do, but they can be very specific sometimes and they can take a little bit of time. So I guess it would be a matter of if she can fit that within an hour, let's say.
Sure. Sure, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think the Push Up the East has already given her 1, and she had 1 Econ 1 already done. So getting there for sure. Yeah, the gold provinces, you know, this is... The thing about these missions is that sometimes for some nation picks, they are, you know, pretty easy, as this one is for Kilwa. But obviously Kilwa, you know, puts yourself in a very weak position when it comes to some other challenges. So she definitely wasn't going to be able to take the like 100,000 manpower challenge, for example, with the Kilwa pick. Ooh, but that is a bad fight. No, that's not great.
I think she's not gonna go for the coastline provinces, by the way, because she only has 14 coastline provinces along the coast. It's not 15. I'm checking now.
She could colonize.
I mean, there's no colonizable ones except if she goes for Comoros. I mean, yeah, she could colonize, but it would be easier for her to just go for Savannah provinces. She can just get the provinces in the nation she's attacking right now. She starts with some Savannah provinces as well.
It's a rather open question.
Oh, she can win that. I mean, just get some extra mercs and you're fine. She's got the money for it.
It does seem like a merc situation, but she's losing control of the gold mines, so her econ is going to start going down pretty fast. I'm
actually surprised that she deleted the mercenaries after the war with Kilwa. I don't understand why. They still had a lot of manpower, right? Or was I not paying attention? And
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We may have missed it. Okay, some shock there. She lost her good general. No wonder things are going downhill in this war. That's Trixie. That's Trixie.
Oof.
Ooh, it's gonna be difficult though.
That's a tough one.
For the provinces quests, when it's own a province, a partially colonized province does count as owned.
Right.
Have ruled on this one. So if she were to start colonizing, she wouldn't need to wait for the colonies to finish. Meaning you could do it right at the end, you know, send recall. 15 minutes down though, and as always, as we develop through these challenges, every time it starts off and we're like, yeah, these seem doable, but then the realities of a 60-minute time limit, we're a quarter of the way through. Right now we have 0 challenges completed. That is certainly difficult. Okay, no, just as I say that, the trade challenge is done. Clio has managed to become the highest global trade income haver in the known world. Nice.
There we go.
Okay, and then
first point.
Pretty good fight to be able to reinforce. Let them lose a bit of morale on that. Don't gain as much. Has she got the maneuver to avoid the penalty? She doesn't. Oh, but just pulling it out there anyway. Nice. Some heavy casualties, though. Winning the morale battle, but tricky. Having to get up those extra dudes. It's looking pretty tough in Lady Saffron's camp right now.
I would just consolidate those units, not shift consolidate, because she's literally draining her economy for no reason right now. She doesn't have the manpower to recover that, so it's pointless.
Needless people. But the mercs coming in will help. Oh, of course, I was saying she lost the good general. Good general was the mercs general. makes all kinds of sense. But we believe it can be turned around. The Mercs coming in here, obviously going to be very impactful. Oh, taking another crossing penalty here, though. Unfortunate. And the terrain penalty. Oh, those Mercs got stack wiped.
Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, that's really bad. Not good.
It's actually really bad.
Oh, but then almost managed to come in the outnumbered and actually win the counteroffensive. But that is not good at all. That is not good at all. That, unfortunately, is a GG from Lady Saffron. She is going to restart. Oh, wow. I think it was. It's fair enough. I mean, that was gonna get more than half of her land yoinked situation, putting her.
She had an amazing start. If she didn't delete that mercenary unit, she would have had an easy time with winning it.
Yeah, I mean, it's always about trying to run on the edge. You know, do the least you can to get what you need. It makes sense. It makes sense. That's going to be by the time she's got the game restarted, that's probably going to be about a 19-minute loss. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Down 19 minutes in a 60-minute challenge. Lady Saffron is certainly going to be coming from behind to try and pull this back. And of course, back to 1444. We'll see. We'll see. But meanwhile, Clio also looking at a bit of a tough spot here. Outnumbered. Armies split in half. Mountains between them. Not looking great. This siege win would be big. On the 44 roll. Okay, shortage. But water shortage, she's got capped out progress on the siege anyway. It's not going to get any better than 44%. She just has to roll it. 3 44 failures in a row. 4 44 failures in a row. Oh my lord. That is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
She clearly didn't sacrifice enough goats to Jesus.
Apparently. That's what they're doing at the top of those Aztec pyramids, by the way. It's all just prayers to RNGesus trying to get those siege rolls through. But we'll see. But with no siege on the coast, no blockade, 42 is as good as it can get. But there we go. Finally pushed through. Succeeded there. Could be good. Could be good. Coming in. Moving around. Oh, not good, but managed to give him a terrain penalty. Oh, nice. Is the 3 reinforced? Oh, just not in time. Unfortunate, but did still pull through regardless.
Not a stack wipe, so not too bad overall.
Yeah, no, pushing in to win. Losing the siege there is the real tragedy.
Yeah. She's not going to be able to annex Titlan.
That's the thing about playing the Aztecs. The annexation rush here works until it doesn't. When you have to start leaving people alive, suddenly you leave 4 or 5 of them alive, and then they've all got 10,000 base manpower. They've all got their yearly income. It's can start to get pretty tricky. Of course, the short-term economy is being aided by the fact that she's got the objective
never mind.
To corrupt.
She's got the vassal by the coastline over there. That's her vassal.
There's a vassal.
So she can take that province then. Yeah.
And I assume this vassal is going to get 10 provinces fed to them. That would be my assumption. Let's take a look back over at Lady Saffron. How is she turning things around? Very similar looking war here. She knows how it goes. Oh, look at that. I'm detecting a note of slightly faster mouse movements in this game. This is pretty good. I'm feeling the haste. It's hopefully it won't translate into problems down the line. Clearly an established strategy. We're watching a practiced war here with the designated little siege stack, the people holding the fort. Seems good.
There's definitely at least one practice run for this done.
Which we love to see, of course. Reminder, chat, so that you guys to understand, there are 40 general challenges that the players have had access to for a while, and we get the players receive the list of 25 they'll be drafting from 30 to 60 minutes before the show starts. So they have not had very long to practice on these particular 25 challenges, which means that our players have some ability to prepare, some ability to, think through which challenges might work, which might be less good. But the actual very specifics, I mean, they've got to go a little bit harder on because there's very limited time. Looks like Lady Saffron is dominating in this war with Killware this time. Fully got a handle on things here. The practice run has clearly worked wonders. We'll just call it a practice run. Meanwhile, how's Clio doing?
Clio seems to be doing pretty well. Almost half of the Mexican ports done, conquered. She's got 38 minutes left to go. That's more than enough. There you go. That's a pretty good RNG as well. One stability.
Very nice. Very nice. And no, obviously no Doom mechanic now that she's flipped mine. So, be good. And yeah, good point in chat. If you're going to be forced back to 1444, it's obviously better to do it early. And
yeah, very true. Yeah. She made the right call, Saffron, just deciding to restart when she did.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of the time. It can be difficult to admit defeat, to go back to the start, but it was definitely the right move here. Clio got some rebels ticking up. Obviously going to have some rebellious issues, given the religious flip. Ooh, nice generals, though. And even more better, and she's just trying to help with the government functions breaking down. Yeah, the corruption events are going to start coming, which will not be good. Will not be good.
Totally will make for a more challenging run for sure. I mean, after she reaches 35 corruption, she can start paying off for that corruption. But I mean,
massively expensive.
Does she want to though?
Yeah. I mean,
that's
it will
the real question.
With only 36 minutes left on the clock, it's a really good way to spend a huge portion of your money trying to buy down one a year. You know, it really takes a while to get done for sure.
Seems to be going pretty good. The alliance sets that the Aztec nations have are pretty okay. Most of them have either one or no allies, from what I'm noticing over here.
Yeah.
So it makes for some very, very quick wars and easy wars where you can just focus on a couple of tasks one after the other, right? You don't need to worry about half of your country getting sieged down or anything of the sorts.
And yeah, full speed ahead on the Clio train right now. It's speed 5 or bust. Rocketing through corruption less than 10%. Good luck with that, merchants. Good luck with that, merchants. Yeah, conquest continued unabated. I mean, she is outnumbered. Well, not including her vassal, but somewhat close in this fight. But we will see. We will see. Going in. Nice stuff. Siege race here looking favorable. Of course.
Ooh,
second failed 28% in a row. Third. Fourth. Oh, nice. Okay. Almost the statistically predictable outcome. Pretty good. Pretty good.
To be fair, for 28%, that's pretty good chances getting it at 28%. The fourth.
Yeah. Fourth time on a 28 is roughly what you'd expect to see. You know, in the mean outcome. They're going for the not full annexation just to be able to end that war without having to fight the stack. Very nice. Oh, and managing to give those rebels a terrain penalty to boot. Very, very nice. But without the war going on, not going to be able to get the vassal to help fight any more of these rebels. At least not easily. Unfortunate.
And she also let that nation I don't know the name, to be honest. The one province that she let them keep is right next to a bigger nation. So she did that probably because the bigger nation is likely going to attack and annex them. So she doesn't need to worry about them afterwards.
Great point. Great point. That makes all kinds of sense. Big nation with less troops, but obviously the smaller one very unlikely to be able to.
I mean, the small one's going to start deleting its units as soon as it cannot maintain it. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. The classic banner of the Aztec playthrough, of course. By the way, free merchant. But
he's on vacation right now.
And there is the classic scroll off to the side when you tab into Discord. Corruption is done. Let's head over back here. Looking pretty good. Ooh, but not the kind of pace we need to be seeing. Only 37% war score here. 99 was achieved in a similar time frame. Looks like, the closed eyes of like, I'm gonna have to go with a less good peace deal here. That's tragic. That's absolutely tragic.
Oof, and the war exhaustion is pretty high as well. 8 war exhaustion already. I'm guessing she got sieged down a little bit.
I think we should hop in and offer some words of consolation for the second try we're in now. Lady Saffron, second time lucky, we believe.
It's off to a very rough start, I will say. I am not doing too well in that regard. I had to restart, but I'm still hopeful.
Still trucking. Good general roll.
Have you tried turning Kilwa on and off again?
Yeah, actually, I watched your Zulu video before this, Ludi. Yesterday to prepare.
That's like 131 patch, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that's old, but nobody plays Mutapa, it seems.
No, it still works, by the way, if you want to do the Zulu strat. So,
yeah, I mean, there's no really use in this, but
make any difference in this particular run.
But I mean, hey, it's
we wish you
there.
the best. What's your confidence level? What's your confidence level? You got 6 challenges on the board.
I think I can probably get 5 at this point, but I don't think I can get all 6 anymore just because I don't have time.
You get all of them.
Ludi is the 100% belief man so far this series.
I am.
He consistently believes that all of you are going to get all of your challenges every single time.
They will, because they will.
All right, second time lucky on this walk. Good luck.
Hopefully.
You got this.
We're out. She's keeping the spirits high. You love to see it. Kept the mercenaries this time. It's a slightly easier war. Looking good. Reminding ourselves of what she is trying to accomplish here.
She also made the right choice, piecing out a little bit with the less war score. She can attack Kilwa again afterwards, after she takes care of the other minor nations over in the Mutapan areas.
Yeah. 6. Zaf will complete 7 out of 6, says chat.
Exactly.
It would certainly be a turn up for the books. I think, full gold provinces, yes. Production leader, going to be more difficult if she can't grab some of that land off.
I'm actually thinking matching provinces is going to be an issue, because there's only 14 coastal provinces.
Yeah.
She could go for the savannah, but then she would have to take Congo provinces.
Sorry, the fort assault there, clearly in a hurry, but feeling the time pressure as we approach halfway through. Go ahead.
For sure. She would have to take provinces from the Congo area. So the way that she could do that is maybe if one of these minor nations here allies somebody in the Congo, she could use that as a way of getting in there, vassalizing someone and so on. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit tough. Or maybe just going colonial and colonizing that one coastal province that you were talking about before, the Comoros, and then that would be actually 15 coastal provinces. So that would be the 15 same terrain. She wouldn't need to go for the Savannah provinces.
Yeah, it's possible. But with the timing...
and she also needs to get admin tech 5 for that. So,
starting at 2. She has got feudalism. Dev push on feudalism worked.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be very tricky. But got this next war in the bag, and should really be able to get the one after that pretty easily as well now with this extra consolidation. And the unite. It's worth noting over on Clio's perspective that the difficulty with Clio's challenges, right, is that she's looking to unite culture group and have the most saners in the known world. Now, I made unite culture group a little bit more generous than it is in the age objective. You only have to own or have a subject own all the provinces of your culture. But then, of course, the culture group, the sailors one will require there to be no subjects. So I'm curious to see the subject strategy. I assume we're going to see, I think it's Tlaxcala, get the coast fed. And then we'll see. Let's get a closer look here. Obviously, 2 points on the board right now for Clio. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. The age objective is fine with subjects. Is it? Ludi, is this true? The age objective to unite your culture group. The age group objective to complete your culture group. I thought that had to be directly owned, not subjects.
I'm actually not sure. Let me double check. Let me go into EU4 and check for you.
I was under the impression it was maybe it changed, or maybe I'm just wrong. I could definitely just be wrong. Sailors can be
honestly
achieved by
don't know.
flipping animist. Ooh, Derek in chat has a great suggestion. Yeah, because that removes the religious reformation mechanics. Where is the nearest animist that she could surrender to? Are there even any in range?
Yes, she's got 2 of them. She's got Guamar,
Oh,
she's
in the
got
north,
Chichimeca. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a totemist as well, a little bit norther than that, Yakui.
Mm-hmm.
That should be totemist.
Totemists. I'm not sure totemists get sailors though. Because totemists have the government reform they need to do first.
No, totemist is not a primitive, so she should be able to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. My mistake. Ooh, almost got a bad fight there, but looking okay.
She does need to go animist first before going totemist, so I guess just going animist is enough.
Yeah, wouldn't need to. Wouldn't need to. Okay. We will see. God, the speed of this Speed 5 play it's making me nervous. Look at those. Oh my God. Those enemy armies flying around the place. That is outrageous. Nice. Siege complete. Econ looking pretty unhealthy. Ooh, how much is she losing per month? Oh, only 6? What? She is making absolute bank out of those gold provinces.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with 2 merc companies raised.
Yeah.
Pushing in the east, looking pretty good. I want to see if... Okay, yeah. Miztech acquired. Miztech CB acquired, that is to say. No attempt to pay down the corruption, which, I mean, makes all kinds of sense. Cost of doing that scales with Dev, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So as she blobs out here, going to be getting harder and harder to afford that.
All right, let's see what we have here. So Clio's doing pretty good there. She's got 20,000 already. She's got the independent company, the free company, so she can still get the grand company whenever she needs to get those boys.
Yep.
And she's almost finished with the northern bits of the Mexican part.
Yep.
So after that's done, that's basically all of the Aztecs. She can just focus on the Mayans. Mayans are slightly weaker overall. So, well, actually, the problem is Mayans have more forts than the Aztecs. So even though they're weaker, they do have more forts. So it might pose a little bit more of a challenge, as in it might take a little bit longer to get those done, let's see.
I feel like we're not on track for the 100 prestige right now.
Yeah, that might be an issue too. Well, she could always just go for some cancel rivals for nations that are a little bit further away and just break truce or wait for the truce to finish if she has the time afterwards.
I think the difficulty is the speed 5 basically, because she's obviously playing so fast that she's getting a lot of prestige decay. I mean, she's probably losing 4.5 or so a month at the moment, given
Very likely,
the modifiers you're likely to have at the start of the game. So, sorry, not 4.5 a month, 4.5 a year. And so it's going to put her in a tricky spot. Because, of course, the prestige farming peace deals are going to leave her with truces, and she's not got admin power to mess around with. She needs to be, coring all of Mesoamerica, which is, quite the accomplishment to begin with. I mean, look at this. That's a 260 admin point peace deal right there.
I mean, I'm actually wondering why she's not lowering the war exhaustion, because she could have spent 150 less admin for just coring the stuff she already cored by lowering the war exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a mistake. Always a relatable one, though. Forgetting the order in which to do those things. Always reduce the war exhaustion first if you are going to lower it. Good habit to get into. Checking that whether or not you think you have much war exhaustion. But at the rate that this... Oh, hey, okay, there we go. She's cancelling and redoing. I believe cancelling full refunds if you haven't unpaused.
Yeah, I think if it's below 20% progress or something. Ask chat, they might know. For sure, chat knows.
Yeah, under 10%, right?
Under 10%, okay, there you go. I was gonna say though that I really adored the fact that there's more rebel units spawning in here than there's actual units for the countries that got annexed.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a trademark EU4 thing, I swear.
It's true. It's true.
Like,
It's
I
also
hope
not
EU5
entirely inaccurate.
I mean, it's pretty inaccurate, let's face it. You don't have more rebels in your country after your army's defeated and your country's been subjugated or conquered.
You can do. There were. I mean, it depends on different periods of history, but there have been.
I mean,
there have frequently been rebellions that are
that,
dramatically larger than the standing army of the nation they rebelled against.
Sure, but that doesn't always happen.
No, like it's true that the fact that it is universally the case is that's a little.
And not only that, but you wouldn't have properly equipped rebels. So let's say rebels, if we have rebels, they should be half the strength of regular units, in my opinion.
It's true,
or even less, like 20% the strength of them.
From a kind of coherent stuff, then I can see. Obviously, the gameplay reasons, are not complicated, but yeah.
I really hope EU5 is not going to have the same situation like EU4 with rebels, like pleeks-less rebels. Pleeks, I love you.
But yeah, as chat is pointing out, the corruption obviously making this coring way, way more painful. That's why I like this challenge. That's why I like that quest. Because
she's already at 41 because she needs the money. I'm guessing she's trying to speedrun this, so
Yeah, and not paying it down because it's just it costs a huge amount of money to try and actually lower it. I don't remember. I think the calculation is not simple in terms of how much it costs.
Yeah, she also went for the admin points there. I think that was a mistake. She should have gone for the legitimacy. She's thinking that she wants 100 legitimacy, 100 prestige, but she could have just increased the legitimacy for 100 military points, right? And military points is not like she needs it as much as the admin points right now.
It's true. It's true. They're not quite as vital. We'll see. Is she going to be able to get a CB on that migrating tribe to the north?
She could just no CB him, I guess. She needs to.
Wait, does she have zero?
She borders them now, right? Doesn't she border them in the north?
No, look, the one to the north.
One?
Further north. Yeah, purple.
Oh, yeah, she's got a border with them, the purple one, by the coastline, right? Or is there another one you're talking about?
The one that's right at the north right now.
Oh, right, the Piqui one. Yeah, no, that's going to be an issue.
And doesn't she have no colonial range? So she can't core it, even if she can't take it.
She needs to get... Yeah, she needs to get Diplotech. She has to increase her Diplotech a little bit, I think. Was it Diplotech 3? I don't remember. I remember that was an issue for me as well when I did my Aztec run. I had to increase my Diplotech in order to annex it. But it's not impossible. You can do it.
Yeah, it's definitely plausible, but it's definitely a potential hurdle. And with 20 minutes left on the clock,
that's the thing. It's looking pretty tough on the timing. That's something that a lot of people don't realize with Speed 5, that you only with the draft you only have 1 hour, so you really need to play up that particular amount of time that you have. That's very important always.
Right now, Lady Saffron is in the unenviable position of 0 challenges completed, 20 minutes left on the clock.
Can we see her challenges for a minute? Let's see what she could do quickly here. So the terrain provinces, she would have to go for the colonization, or she would have to go in the Central African bits to get the Savannah provinces. Trade node, she can do. Trade node 100% she can do.
Yes.
Governing capacity by 100 she can do also. Oof. 4 provinces she has. Does she not have already 4 gold provinces? Hold on, let me check.
You should check, yeah. But I think
she does.
Nice.
Butua, okay. Mutapa, Zimbabwe, and Sofala, so we can write that
I guess
down.
she's just focusing on getting the others done rather than reporting in. Fair enough. I do think that the Conquistador heading down to South Africa tells me her strat on the unifying the trade node. She's just going to send 1 colonist down to the South African trade node, in which there are no colonized provinces. And then that completes that objective immediately as soon as the colonist arrives.
That is very smart, yeah.
But where's the colonist coming from?
Actually, no. She already has the trade node also. The Zambezi trade node is literally all the provinces she's got. So she's got 2 objectives done.
It doesn't include the ones just west of the lake in the north?
No. Zambezi is already...
I thought it did. Okay.
It's literally only the Mutapan parts and the little vassal. She's got the Timbuktu in the north, which is hers. So technically she's got both of those. We should probably mark that. So she's got 2 objectives done.
Nice. Well, I'm sure she'll report in when she realizes, but we'll see. Coalition, I doubt it. I doubt it, given the religious differences. These are mostly Sunni nations that kill her to the east.
No, she has no issues with coalitions in there. No.
Then we're looking at simple terrain. Not sure which terrain types. I'm still not sure what terrain type she's going for, to be honest.
The only chance she's got is Savannah or Coastal Province. That's it. Because she could also go Highlands, but she would have to go into a lot more Central African, the Congo area, and yeah, it wouldn't be. Yeah, Savannah provinces for sure. And she could also attack the Madagascar island, and she could get Savannah provinces from there too. Yeah. And she doesn't need to go into Congo if she's going for the Savannah provinces, right? She can just take a few provinces from the Madagascar bits. She would have to build a fleet for that, so hopefully we see that come in soon.
Chat is correct, by the way. You need to directly control all provinces in the trade node for it to count. It's not control all provinces in the trade node.
Is that?
Should be own, not control.
Is that really?
Oh. Yep. Own all, not control all.
Oh, damn, whoa, that is very specific.
It is more challenging. It is more challenging, yeah.
Means she can integrate the vassal then.
Yeah, in 17 minutes. Time ever ticking on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be tricky. Obviously, once the integration started, it would be lightning fast. The amount of death.
I mean, she can seize the land, so she can take one of their provinces directly, right? So after she starts integrating, so it's going to be pretty quick.
Let's check in on Clio, who, as you can see, has just completed the Culture Group 1. That's the northern section of Mesoamerica done. The southern bit, substantially less dense on provinces.
There we go.
So
looking
should
beautiful.
be easier. Should be easier. I mean, you were saying it's going to be all green. Although I think you said in like 15 minutes. So 45 minutes later.
Exactly. I was correct when I said in 45 minutes.
Econ in shambles. Yeah, not knowing how many loans she has left makes me feel nervous. Only losing 2 ducats a month, though. It's not that bad. Not that bad.
You mean 12, right?
Sorry? Oh, is she? Oh, 12, you're right. I missaw. Yeah, that's more traveling. More traveling. It's going to be a race to finish. And then these, not giving them to the subject is interesting.
I mean, she doesn't need to yet, so.
No, but she's...
You mean so she doesn't have to worry about overextension? Does she have issues with overextension?
No, to get a 10-province subject. She needs a 10-province subject.
Right.
And to be clear, the mission is release a nation with 10 provinces. That means you have to click on the release nation button and release them. And for clarity, that will mean that she needs a tag entirely in her nation that does not exist, which has 10 core provinces.
So then she's going to annex everybody. So she's going to annex everybody first. So she can get the other objectives done, right? And then after, she's going to release a tag and feed them cores and then cancel the vassalage and attack them. So
and then full annex them and then release them again.
Yeah.
Yes,
it doesn't have to release them again after, so right? Oh, yeah, you have to release them.
No, she would.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I was thinking she would need to vassal feed somebody 10 provinces and then diplo annex them. But of course,
she doesn't need to do that.
She could cancel it to make it much faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes all kinds of sense.
How do these people still have 11 units, man? Seriously. Look at that OPM over there. They still have 11, bro. What?
Their people like, disagree too. The rebels with 1,000. We were talking about the fact that rebels always have more troops.
And now for the one time, even the rebels are like, why do we still have 11,000? We're tired of paying for your army, leader.
And here come in the first challenges. Let's watch it happen live. For Lady Saffron, we have the trade node and the gold challenges officially reported. Will very shortly be highlighted in here. There they are. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that. All right, 2-3 right now. Coalition war for Clio. Not looking likely, right?
No, it's not actually. It's really not. I don't even think she has enough gold. I don't think she's got 50 aggressive expansion with anyone right now.
I mean, she must.
She probably has actually with the northern bits here with Salisco and the yellow one, but she's attacking them now. So then
maybe the intention is to leave them with a province, but I mean, nope. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Does not look like it. And yeah, only leaving one with enough aggressive expansion.
That is just beautiful. I love
Chat,
the
we're
green
going to
on the
talk
map.
to Clio in a second. If you could ask Clio one question right now, what would it be? Mine is, where the heck's the coalition? Because I do not see where the coalition is coming from. I suppose one option would be like complete some of the objectives, have the nation fall apart, cause a coalition, then win against the coalition. But that's with 13 minutes. There isn't time. We'll see though.
13 minutes is doable. It's 100% doable.
Ludi, you are so positive about how much
it's
you
literally
can do
two
in little
wars.
time.
I can almost guarantee you that the northern Mayans are allied to each other. So usually Cocomes allies with the red one and with Xanpech or Xanpech or whatever you call it. So or Campeche, sorry. So that's one alliance block and then the other alliance block. So it's just a matter of sieging down the forts in time, really. And Nosy being that ugly one in the northern bits over there, I guess. I think there's actually 2 in the northern bits, isn't there? Let me just double check.
The remaining provinces up north, yeah. The migrating
There's another
tribals.
one. There's another one in the northern bits that we haven't seen because she hasn't shown. But there's actually one more. Yep.
Yeah.
There's Yakui in the northern bits. So that's 2 no CBs. Oof. Unless Yakui migrated outside of their sphere, so she cannot see him anymore. No, I don't think that can happen. No. Yeah, no. They did migrate outside of their sphere, so she cannot see him anymore. Yakui's in the north, way in the
Does
north.
that remove them from the ledger if she can still see tribal lands of theirs?
It should, as long as she doesn't see him. I think it should.
Even though she can see the tribal land claimed provinces.
Oh, she can see the tribal land claim provinces. I don't think she can.
so,
Can
yeah.
she? No, I don't think she can.
I'm not certain, but I
see
think so. I think so.
I didn't see any when she scrolled up. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is going to
wrong.
become an issue, but there's a debate raging in chat right now.
What's chat saying?
I'm going to post verbatim the full text of the challenge that the players have access to, which is release a nation with 10 provinces. A nation with 11 provinces has 10 provinces. This means through the create vassal menu. So there is a Mayan reform which releases nations.
Yeah.
So if she did that and that released someone with 10 provinces, that would not count, technically speaking. But it
that
would be
make sense
releasing.
anyway. Because
We'll see.
the reform that you're talking about doesn't necessarily release a nation with 10 provinces. So
Sure, you'd have to. Does it release? I forget now what the trigger is for the Mayan reforms. How many does it release? Isn't it all of them?
5 nations, I think.
It's 5 nations, right?
Let me double check. I haven't played as the Mayans in a really long time, actually.
Mayan reform into annexing the nation into releasing them. Plausible. Very plausible.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a nice strat.
Yeah,
Isn't it 5 provinces, not 5 nations? Could be.
Is it 5 provinces? Could be. I don't remember, to be honest.
Nahuatl will definitely lose 5 vassals.
To,
Lady Saffron, yeah, as we
Lady
close in on
Saffron,
the
let's see what's
final
going
10
on there.
minutes. Second fight
Alright.
against Kilwa going nicely.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Nice.
in
I'm
the
just
bag
gonna.
right
I'm sorry.
there.
I'm just gonna very briefly slip back to Cleo. I'm gonna give the 10-minute
Yeah,
warning
sure,
to
sure,
both.
sure.
Cleo, this is your 10-minute warning. I shan't keep you because I know you are focused.
Oh,
Good
thank you.
luck. Good luck.
You got this.
Okay.
Lady Saffron, this is your 10-minute warning. I shan't keep you. I know it's intense. Godspeed. Good luck.
I'm very close to getting something. I'm very close to
We
getting
believe.
You got this.
We believe. All right, we're
Just
out.
make sure you wolololo.
Of
That's important.
course,
Always
of course. The Age of Empires 2 conversion. Let's hear your best one, Ludi.
No.
Excuse me.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's pretty good. It's
What
pretty
have I
good.
started here?
Okay, Cleo is pushing in. That is.
Oh, Cleo's got the
7
missions also, right?
Very
Wasn't it,
shortly.
Sorry, Lady Saffron's got the missions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did she
Think
get
so.
7 already? I'm not sure if she's very close to 7, isn't she?
Gonna be close. I think she's got 6 now. There it is.
7, there you go,
7,
there you go.
8.
She's got
Just
one
for
more point.
style. No, she's got 9. Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Missions completed. That's 3-3, head to head.
3-3. Yes, sir. Well, it's actually 0-0 if we really think about it.
It's true. It's true.
How
Governing
do we
capacity.
determine a winner then? Oh my god, that is the question, isn't it?
It would be a draw. It would be a draw, and no one would get the extra winner points. If it were, if it was 0-0. Well, no, sorry. The -2 would beat -4, even though you can't walk away from the week with negative points.
So then, do we give the 2 points to whoever? Then
You would, which means that the -2 would get 0, which makes no difference.
right. Okay. Damn,
And
this
there's
is
15 provinces of
brutal.
the same type because she has just started colonizing one. And you only have to start the colony for it to count as owned, as I have clarified to our players, meaning that they've got that completed, leaving only 2 left for Lady Saffron. Production leader of 2 goods and exceed government capacity by 100%. Now, if we're right about the reform, she should be able to get the governing capacity just by pressing the reform button. She has a reform available that she hasn't used, which very much makes me suspect that she's holding that until the end, because she doesn't want to obviously have way over the governing capacity.
Yeah, she doesn't have the provinces though. She still needs a few.
The 15 terrain? Are you sure? She was colonizing one that she abandoned at the time.
Yeah,
when
she's got 13 right now. She needs 2 more.
Well, that's unfortunate. You reckon she's got 15? So there's maybe
we should tell her. We should tell her. We should really tell her.
Are you certain?
Yeah, I'm counting them right now. So
Okay.
one is
By our
Makwa.
count, Lady Saffron, you are at 13 provinces of the same type with that colony. We could be wrong, but it would be worth checking. We're out. And we're out. We're gone. She counting? Okay, there we go.
Yeah. She might have counted stuff.
Oh, does she have land?
Oh, she has Madagascar? Does she have
we missed Madagascar.
stuff?
We missed Madagascar. Ignore us. Carry on.
Oh, never mind.
No, I didn't
never mind.
take. I didn't
We
take
missed out.
Madagascar.
Oh, you didn't take Madagascar.
can't do
Then you
math,
need
but-
2 more provinces.
Don't worry,
luck,
I can
good
do
luck.
that very easily.
6 minutes. 6
Through
minutes.
the power of colonialism. And I believe that would.
That takes
That's
a
15
turn.
then, if I include.
There you go.
That would
With
be
those
15
ones sent,
because I've got the 2
once they arrive.
with the 2
There
colonies.
you go.
Hold on, yeah.
Oh yeah, once he gets there,
Would
you got
that?
it.
Will that do it?
15.
All right, great.
I think that does it.
And then in
I think
that
that
case-
does it. All right, carry on.
All right.
Nice. Okay, that works. I don't know. The VTubers, you're right, chat. It is becoming a trend. VTubers and counting appears to be their downfall. They've been doing great on the gameplay. And there is the reform. There is the governing capacity, which means Lady Saffron has secured herself. Points are now
Oh, my Lord.
guaranteed. Let's
What
hop over to
objectives
Clio
does she have
to
now
round it
left?
out then. She only has production leader left. If we take a look here, but it looks like Clio is going to not quite make it to the full annexation of Mesoamerica. It's looking really close. But I don't see it. And I don't see the prestige. Although prestige getting pretty close. But 5 minutes left.
87,
5
100.
minutes
She
left.
can do this. She could do one of the nations there. Cancel rivals for one of the nations. That would give her 100
Yeah.
prestige. I'd say that's worth it. Because even if you screw up the other one, you don't get the other one. At least you get the prestige one, right? So you
Yeah.
get that one out of the way.
The difficulty is she needs to get...
Because if she annexes everybody, then she has nobody to go up against anymore. So she cannot get the prestige anymore. So she really kind of has to do it.
Chan just said, is that Portugal?
Wait,
Good
what?
Lord, I hope
Where?
not. No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think so.
Oh no.
Portugal in the yellow country? In the northeast? I don't see them. Oh, they are! Look, there's Portugal! Dear
No,
God,
where?
Clio, don't click on the flag. The unit's right in the center right now. If Clio clicks on the flag, she will discover Lisbon, and then it will be impossible
Oh,
to get most sailors in
no.
the known world. Please don't click the flag. It's very important. And there's
Oh,
the prestige. Nice. There's the
There you go.
prestige.
There you go. Prestige, beautiful.
Very
That's one more
good. First
objective
time
then.
the prestige and legitimacy achievement has actually been obtained in the series,
yeah.
I believe. It's It's deceptively difficult when you're rocking at speed 5.
For sure.
Very nice. Ranking through those. 3 minutes left on the
No,
clock.
cancel the war exhaustion first. Ah!
It doesn't matter at this point. Cancel the coring, I think, is the the real strategy.
Or that, I guess.
Doesn't at this point it doesn't matter, but she's not going to get coalition war. She's not going to get nation with 10 provinces.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to get the 10 provinces.
Can she finish annexing the known world? That's the question.
Oof.
It would take a lot of truce breaks. That's why she cancelled the cause. She knows she needs the stability.
Yeah.
I believe. With 3 minutes, there's 2 level 3 forts she's going to have to go through at least. I think maybe 3. Oh, it's going to be so close here. It's possible. It's possible. We've seen some incredible things come through right at the last second in some of these games so far. Oh, the nation is falling apart in the north. She definitely can't ever go to peace because she's almost broken by rebels. Ludi, you're the believer. Tell me you believe.
I don't know, man. It's tough to believe in this one.
This guy, he believes at the beginning, oh yeah, 100% they'll get all of them. But now, when the pedals to the metal, when the going gets tough, where was Ludi?
My doctor didn't renew my hopium prescription, so...
Oh dear.
I lost my inhaler.
I don't see it.
My dog ate my homework.
I just don't see
the sun was in my eyes.
2 minutes and 20 seconds and a level 3 fort in the north still to win. There's the big unify. Jackals, vultures. God, that event used to haunt my nightmares.
She still has to take care of
There's
the brown
2
one
level
to the
3 forts
east.
in 2 minutes. I don't see it. It looks like it's going to be a -2 for Clio.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Could happen. But I mean, that's 3 level 3 forts now. I don't see it. I don't see it.
She's gonna have rebels enforcing if she doesn't take care of them, though. Oof.
She's got surely a little while. Oh no, they're close to enforcing demands now.
They're really close.
She can't win. She just can't win these sieges in a minute and 40 seconds. Although that one's only a level 1. But there's still the guy in the center. 4,000.
1 minute 31. She could technically get it.
They left the fort. They left the fort. That means that she might have enough manpower. Because if they'd had to take the fight, she would have
still the fort in the south, bro. There's still the fort in the south, sadly. Yeah.
It's so close.
That was really close.
That was it's worth saying. You know, the score is going to be -1. Sorry, -2. It looks like this was a really good run. It was a really good attempt.
One of
just
the rebels
60 minutes. Oh, that's it then. Really?
Wait, no, they didn't enforce, right? Totil was still there. I'm confused. Was Totil there, or did they just?
No, they were there. They were there. They were
there. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is absolutely tragic. 45 seconds. No, there's an enforcement in the north. Yeah. The point of the wars is firstly to unify the culture group. No, she's got that one already. The point is to have the most sailors in the known world. And because she is a primitive nation, your sailors are capped at 100, which means that essentially she has to have no one else in the known world to make that objective possible. But with 20 seconds left, I just don't see it. There'd have to be another war, a truce break, and she can now see that migrating tribe that's come up from Central America, it looks like. It is very unfortunate. 9-8.
Honestly, the Animus path would have probably been a little bit better.
Possibly, but, you know, easy to say at this point. But that is time. Oh, it was such a good try. It was such a good try. I mean, I wonder how much longer it would take. I mean, the problem would be the migrating tribals. But look at that. This is the nation of a player that pushed it to the limit. This is the nation that they gave all they could give to try and make it work. But the final scores there are -2 for Clio. Oh, no, sorry, excuse me. It's actually worse than that. It's 4... No, it isn't. It's -2 for Clio and a mighty 7 points. Sorry, 5 points for Lady Saffron. 5 challenges completed, 1 incomplete, +2 for winning the day. And I believe that's Lady Saffron's first win, I think, in the tournament so far. Chat will tell me if I'm wrong. So obviously, mad congratulations to her. With the restart, bear in mind, it's good stuff.
I can tell you that you're wrong. This is Lady Saffron's second win.
Oh, she won the first week.
She did win the first week. Both times she's won have been games where she has either game overed and restarted or just GG'd out and restarted.
Nice. Nice. Of course. How could I forget? She had the amazing Burgundy play with the 6 allies in less than 60 seconds and a restart.
So,
go ahead.
No, I was. We've got the final quest board, or not the quest board, but the points here to confirm. We can see that Clio managed to complete 4 quests, but unfortunately, like you mentioned, 3 of them did not complete, ending us at -2, and Lady Saffron has 5 completed. -2 + 2 puts her total at 5. Which is, it looks weird, but it trust us, we've done the maths, and that's how it works.
5 + 2 - 2 is my kind of arithmetic.
Yeah. I just want to say for both of our players, and I don't know if you expected this, but I feel like I expected more Europe in general after weeks 3. What do you think we'll see for the next 2 duels? Are we staying away from Europe with this set of quests?
The nation that I would still pick in Europe is Austria, because the fact that Aldra didn't manage to win his first game as Austria has kept it on the board for everybody. And what my prediction, I'll put it up right now. My prediction is actually Aldra is going to pick Austria because I think he's played Austria once. He's felt the heat. He's had the experience. He wants to prove that he can do it. I'm looking forward to Aldra's Austria pick.
Not only that, but Austria, you basically can get the 4 gold provinces easily. You can get a lot of the other objectives very, very quickly early on in the campaign. So Austria is a solid pick. Actually surprised people haven't picked it yet again.
Unfortunately, this is the next duel, of course, Aldrahel versus Slevik, and as we remembered last time, they both picked the same nation. Unfortunately for Aldra, he did not win his duel, so Slevik had a chance to pick it. We'll see what happens in the next duel. But before then, I'm going to go talk to the players of this one. Count Christo, Ludi, I'll see you in the next one. Oh boy, Clio, Lady Saffron. First of all, Lady Saffron, I don't know if it's right, but congratulations for the win.
Thank you.
You walked away with 5 points, even though you restarted. How did you feel that went?
I think it could have gone a lot better. I got overambitious at the very beginning, and in all of my practice runs, I had been able to take over Madagascar to get the second good, the good leader thing. But in this one, it didn't pan out. I didn't have enough time, and yeah.
And Clio, unfortunate, no points this week. What happened?
So I can't really rely on it as an excuse, but the game froze for like 2 minutes, and I couldn't do anything. I have no idea what happened.
Oh no!
Because like I can't rely on it because you had to restart. But for some reason, there was a moment where I was just like trying to like do something, and the game just wasn't moving, and I was just like, oh, what's happening?
Well,
I don't think 2 minutes would have made a difference, but it was.
Yeah, you're probably right in that it wouldn't have, but I am all for blaming the tech.
No. I was way too ambitious. It's achievable, but I had the reason I went mine is that you can one of the reforms when you do a religious reform, as mine, you feed one of your neighbors a bunch of land, and I did it too late. And I actually fed most of my country away, and I had to quickly bird and restart. So that was not the best idea.
Well, I mean, this has been the main challenge, I feel like, for the draft so far, and that a lot of people are like, if this goes well, I'm gonna get all of these points.
Yeah, I'm very glad that the commentators weren't looking at it. I literally lost my entire country. I was back to 5 provinces. It was pretty bad.
Well, regardless, you both have 2 more weeks to collect points, and I look forward to seeing you both back next week. But you're allowed to go do other things now. So, Clio, Lady Saffron, see you next week.
Thanks. Time for bed.
And that is it for the first duel. And while Clio and Lady Saffron get to go to bed or go do other things, you guys have to stay put because we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be back with duel 2. See you then.